lot of fathers have had this moment. You walk in the door after a long day. The kids run straight past you. They go to mom. She already seems to know what they need. She remembers the school schedule, the doctor appointments, the subtle emotional shifts that you didn't even notice. Meanwhile, you're standing there holding your keys thinking, why does she make this look so easy? Why don't I have that instinct? So you try harder. You try to be more nurturing, more patient, more maternal. And the harder you try to mirror her style, the more it feels like you're just a second-rate, worse version of mom. If you've ever felt that way, you're not alone. Millions of fathers quietly believe they're failing at parenting, simply because they're measuring themselves against a standard they were never meant to meet. But here's the truth most men never hear. Your kids don't need two mothers. They need a dad. In this video, we're going to break down the science and psychology of why you're different, and I'm going to show you exactly how to stop playing the comparison game and start stepping into the powerful, irreplaceable role that only a father can fill. Most dads are trapped between two invisible forces that slowly drain their confidence. The first is the comparison trap. You look at your partner and see a specialist. You see someone with incredible emotional awareness. She can read the room. She senses when something is wrong before anyone says a word. Because you don't parent the same way she does, you assume your way must be wrong. So you try to copy her. But imitation always feels awkward. It feels like wearing a suit that's 3 sizes too small. And kids can sense that lack of authenticity. The second force runs even deeper. I call it the ghost of the father. Whether your father was a hero or a villain in your story, he is probably influencing your parenting today. Maybe you're still trying to earn the approval of a man who isn't even in the room anymore. Or maybe you're doing the exact opposite, swearing you will never be like him, overcorrecting so hard that you become passive and indecisive. Either way, you're reacting, you're not leading. And when a father stops leading, the family slowly loses its North Star. The belief that dads are just backup moms is built on a massive misunderstanding of human development. Research in neurobiology suggests that mothers and fathers often trigger different emotional responses in their children. Mothers often provide the oxytocin anchor, the deep bond of safety, comfort, and emotional security. But fathers often stimulate exploration, excitement, and curiosity. Think about the way you interact with your kids. Mothers often excel at regulating. They calm the child down. They help restore emotional balance. Fathers often excel at activating. They push the child out of their comfort zone. They encourage trying something new. They challenge. Now think about what a child actually needs to survive the real world. They need safety, but they also need strength. One parent often builds the emotional foundation. The other helps the child build a skyscraper on top of it. When a father tries to duplicate what his partner already does, he doesn't add value to the family. He just creates an echo. You are there to be mom number 2. You are there to be the bridge between the home and the world. Step 1. Claim your paternal identity. Psychologists talk about something called paternal identity. Most men only reach the first level. I'm a father because I have children. But the second level is where real fatherhood begins. I am a father because I have a mission. Stop waiting for your partner to hand you a list of parenting tasks. A leader doesn't wait for a chore list. Take 5 minutes this week, away from the noise, and define your mission as a father. Is your mission to raise resilient kids, courageous kids, kids who stand up for the truth, kids who know how to work hard and treat people with respect? Once you define the mission, the comparison trap starts to disappear. You stop worrying whether you're doing it her way because you're focused on doing it the way that fulfills the mission. Step 2, the generational break. We need to talk about that ghost again. When you're exhausted, stressed, or overwhelmed, your autopilot is often your father's voice. If he was distant, you might check out. If he was explosive, you might feel that heat rising in your chest. But an intentional father does something incredibly difficult. He reads the script before he speaks it. The next time your child spills something or talks back and you feel that surge of inherited anger, pause, take one breath. Ask yourself, is this my reaction or am I just repeating a recording? That 3-second pause is powerful because in that moment you can choose something different. You can change the trajectory of your family for generations. You become the circuit breaker. The trauma stops with you. The healing starts with you. But there's one difference between mothers and fathers that almost nobody talks about, and it may be the single most important thing a father contributes to a child's development. It shows up in one simple activity: play. One of the most underestimated strengths a father brings is rough and tumble play. Modern culture sometimes labels this as too aggressive or unnecessary, but research shows it plays a powerful role in childhood development. When you wrestle with your kids, chase them around the house, or throw them onto the couch, something important is happening. You are teaching them 3 vital lessons. First, boundaries. They learn where the line is between fun and pain. They learn how to say stop, and they learn how to respect someone else's limits. Second, resilience. They fall, they bump into things, they get back up. They learn that small setbacks are not disasters. Third, confidence. They discover what their bodies are capable of. They learn courage. They learn that challenges can be exciting instead of terrifying. In other words, you are teaching their brain how to handle stress. If a child never learns to manage the stress of wrestling with dad, they may struggle to handle the stress of real life later on. Don't apologize for the noise. Don't apologize for the chaos. You are preparing them for the contact sport called life. We also have to address something that quietly happens in many families. Sometimes one parent unintentionally becomes the gatekeeper. Maybe she corrects the way you change the diaper, or the way you dress the kids, or the way you discipline. Over time, the father begins to feel criticized. Eventually, he pulls back. He retreats into work, the garage, or his phone. Not because he doesn't care, but because he feels like nothing he does is right. This dynamic slowly poisons a relationship. The solution isn't anger. The solution is a leadership conversation. At a calm moment, you sit down and say something like this: "I think we bring different strengths to parenting, and that's actually good for our kids. I'm going to do some things differently than you, but that difference matters." When parents stop competing and start supporting each other's strengths, kids feel an immediate sense of stability. They feel the strength of a unified team. If you have ever felt like an extra in your own home, look at the data. Decades of fatherhood research are remarkably consistent. Children with engaged fathers are far less likely to struggle with poverty, substance abuse, and behavioral problems. They tend to develop higher confidence, better emotional regulation, stronger academic performance, and healthier relationships later in life. Your presence is not optional. It is powerful. Your kids don't want a polished version of a mother. They want your father. They want your strength, your logic, your humor, your perspective on the world. So let me ask you something. What is one dad-only tradition in your house? Maybe it's Saturday morning pancakes, backyard wrestling, teaching them how to fix things in the garage, or a weekly adventure somewhere new. Drop it in the comments below. Your idea might inspire another dad watching this video tonight. And if you're ready to stop drifting and start leading as a man, as a husband, and as a father, hit that subscribe button. Here on the Triumph channel, we aren't just talking about becoming better men, we're building them together.